Integrated Math 1 students, are you ready? Our final performance task, and we wrap up this course. Pretty exciting. So, first thing, I'd like you to do the same process we do with the other tasks. So I'd like you to go ahead and I've given you a copy of the task in a Google Doc. I'd like you to do the work on the Google Doc, snip images, all that stuff, put it in there, and then you'll submit it with your version of the updated version of the doc to me. If for some reason you can't do that, by all means, you can print this out and then scan it and send back to me as a PDF attachment or another way, maybe a picture file or something like that. So figure out what works best for you. If you have questions, send me an email. But here in the doc, you'll type your name where it's red. You just replace that with your name. I'm going to do the scoring, obviously. As you go through here, I want to point out for this one, there's only 3 sections to this one versus the last 2 tests that had 10 sections. So what's going to be scored is I'm going to use this 4-point rubric, but for part 1, I'm going to take that score and multiply by 50. So your score is going to be out of 200 for part 1, and then part 2 and 3, I'll still use the 4-point rubric, but I'll multiply those by 25. So those sections are worth 100 points each. So the total is 400 points, if you will. Part 1 is 200 points. Part 2 is 100 points. Part 3 is 100 points. All right, here's our task. Dream job salary. You're offered a 30-day trial period at your dream job. However, the owner of the company is a little unusual, so the pay options are not traditional or non-traditional. They offer you 3 different pay options for 30 days. Option 1 is $60,000 a day. Wow, smoking deal. Option 2, you make 1 penny the first day, 2 pennies the second day, 4 pennies the third day, 8 pennies the fourth day, and so on. Keeps doubling. All right. Option 3, on the first day of work, you get $1. On the second day of work, you get $4. On the third day of work, you get $9. On the fourth day of work, you get $16. What are they doing? What are they doing there? Figure out that pattern. You should be able to figure out that pattern and then come up with a process of how much you'd be making after 30 days. All right. So part 1, what you're going to do here is you're going to decide which payment option you would like to take. So you need to support your decision using at least 2 representations. So I would like a table, a graph, and or equations. At least 2 of those. You may want to use all 3. And then explain your decision. And again, I want detailed explanation. Okay, so make sure you give me a detailed explanation which option you choose. Again, this part 1 is worth half the points of this task. All right. Use as much space you need. I left a whole page, but if you need more, by all means, you can use more space. Not a problem. Part 2. Your unusual boss decided to offer you a 4th option, or even complicate your decision. Your payment would be described by the function p of x equals 95,000x plus 200. So don't let the function notation get in the way. That's the same as saying y equals 95,000x plus 200,000. If you're using Desmos, you want to put in an equation for them. X represents the number of days you work, and the P represents the dollars that you earn. Or if you make that Y, P of X Y, that's the number of dollars that you earn. Input, output, right? Explain the meaning of the function based on the situation, then decide if you would take this option over the other 3 choices. So this is your 4th option. You can call this option 4 when you talk about it, okay? And use a graph to support your decision. So you'll want to use a graph to give me justification for whatever you decide on this one. All right, last part 3. You decide to work until you make $1.5 million in the shortest amount of time. Okay, so use the 4 different plans you've been offered. Which option would you choose? How does this affect the options you have chosen? Do you want to change your choice now? Support your decision using at least 2 different representations. So now we're not saying 30 days is the limit. We're saying that you want to make $1.5 million in your career total. And which plan would get you to $1.5 million on this dream job of yours? So it's not 30 days. It may be longer than 30 days to get 1.5 million, right? Maybe one gets you there in 350 days, another gets you there in 10 years. I don't know. And then, or it could be shorter period of time. Maybe someone gets you there in 20 days and so on. So you got to look at all 4 options, and it's the sum of when you're going to make that much money in your career. Okay. That's option 3. That's part 3, I should say, which is also 100 points on this performance task. Okay, good luck. Do a good job here. If you have questions, email me. All right. I also will try to take a look at the Google Classroom. You guys put comments in there. I'm getting pretty good at that now. I'll answer the comments on Google Classroom as well. All right. Have a great day or evening or late night.